How to apply for Social Security survivor benefits for spouse. How to apply for Social Security survivor benefits for a spouse. This is Carmen Chloe of SingleMarriedWidow.com. If you are watching this video, it's because you were looking on the internet, probably on Google, searching how to find out how to apply for Social Security survivor benefits for a spouse. And chances are you are a widow and you probably have children and you want information on how exactly you go through the process of applying for survivor benefits with the Social Security Administration after you become a widow and if you have children. So for those of you who don't know me, I am Carmen Chloe. I am a widowed mother of two. I have been a widow for about 4.5 months now. I have 2 small children. And I had to go and apply for Social Security survivor benefits because I was not working. However, my husband did work throughout the years. So when I went down to the Social Security office and I looked online trying to find a lot of information before I actually went down there, and I think I may have been over prepared when I got there. I just wanted to make sure I had more than enough documents so that I didn't have to go back. I did not have an appointment. A lot of people told me, you know, go ahead and make an appointment. However, I didn't make an appointment. When I did go in, I may have sat for 30 to 45 minutes before I was seen. And there were a lot of people in the office, but all of them were not trying to apply for survivor benefits. But you definitely want to get there early, like first thing in the morning. What you will need when you go to the Social Security Administration to apply for survivor benefits for your spouse, for yourself, for your children, you're going to definitely need an original copy of the death certificate of your spouse. You're going to need a copy of your marriage certificate. You're also going to need birth certificates for your children. You're going to need all Social Security cards and numbers. And then you're also going to need your account number and your routing number. So when you go, of course, they're going to verify that you actually are who you say you are, that you're the actual spouse. And they have to do that because it's a lot of fraudulent activity that goes on, especially when someone dies. A lot of people trying to get access to documents that they really don't have the rights to, which that happened to me in a certain capacity. And I was talking with the lady at the Social Security Administration about that. And she was like, it's not uncommon for certain family members to overstep their boundaries and to try to get copies of death certificates and Social Security numbers and all that type of stuff. So I did inform the lady who was helping me. She was very helpful. I informed her about, you know, certain family members walking around with my husband's death certificate and stuff like that. So she just made sure she made a note in the system because that's not uncommon, unfortunately. But of course, she had to verify that I actually was who I was. So I had my ID, original marriage certificates, death certificates, my children's birth certificates, because I have 2 small children that I had with my husband. And the amount of benefits that you get, it depends on like the amount of years that your spouse actually worked. So some people, because I'm a part of a widows group, and some people get like these really huge checks. And I was like, oh my God, like that's a salary. But some people get really huge checks depending on how much their late spouse worked, like how many years they had in the system total. So it goes based off of that. And then they'll tell you like what day of the month you're going to get your check. I heard it goes according to your spouse's birthday. That's what I saw something like that yesterday. But depending on your particular situation, they'll let you know like what day of the week your check is going to go into your account. And then they also pay out a one-time death benefit. I think it's like $255, and they'll give that to you just for the simple fact that you were married and your spouse died. And then the actual amount that you'll get, it depends on how much time or how many years that your spouse worked in the system. So you'll get a check for, you know, for the children, of course. And I think the children's check is until they turn 16 or 17, I believe. And as a surviving spouse, you'll get a check as well. And the check is until the youngest child turns 17 and a half, I believe. Or if you get married before then you don't get a check as a spouse anymore because clearly, you know, you're married again. And then also, if you are receiving the check, they have an income cap on how much money you can earn. Like if you go out and get a job, how much money you can earn at a job before they'll start taking away from your check. So I think it's not that much. So it's not like, you know, if you get a check, you're just like balling out of control. It's not even that, you know, although we're thankful for what we do get, it's not like that. So if you get the, you know, your survivor benefits checks and you decide to go out and get a job, if you make more than I think it's if you make more than $1,470 a month on your job for 12 months consecutive, that's like, you can't make over $17,470 for a calendar year unless, you know, you don't mind your particular benefits being decreased. So they have some different stipulations, and it's not like, you know, a lot of money or whatever. And it's not something that, like I said, you can be balling out of control. However, if you are able to get it, I know it definitely will help, because with your spouse not being there anymore, that's like a part of your income not being there for a lot of people. So that's how you go about applying for Social Security survivor benefits for your spouse. Make sure when you go to the Social Security office that you go down there early. Make sure you have all of your documents. Again, you're going to need the original death certificate. You're going to need your marriage certificate, of course, your ID to prove who you are, birth certificates for all of your children, Social Security numbers. I think they needed the Social Security cards as well. And then also the account that you want your check to go in. I think they send out paper checks as well, but I just think they prefer for you to have like a checking account, a valid checking account that they can deposit it into. And of course, they're going to need that account number and then the routing number. So again, this is Carmen Chloe. Thank you for checking out this video on how to apply for your Social Security survivor benefits for widows, for spouses, and for children. Click the link at the bottom of this video, singlemarriedwidow.com, to join my safe space for widows. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and like this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.